Hello and welcome to this demonstration of the ETT back office. The back office is where the bank or financial institution manages their transactions and applications. This is just a quick overview of some basic features of the system. So first of all, we can see we have a corporate application here. We can view the details and we can see that the customer has attached documentation to their application. We can also see that 100% of the documents have been provided. So if we click on Approve, we can view the details and we can choose the risk level for the customer. We can choose the tariff plan and we can select which banks we want the customer to use. And when we are ready, we can approve that. Now let's look at some transactions. So we can see that we have 32 transfers waiting. And the first one is here. So it is an external payment to a verified beneficiary, which means it has been checked already. We can see it's an FX payment because it is in red. If we are not happy with the payment, we can put it into the compliance queue this way, and an email will be sent to the customer and he will have to enter his account and attach the documents. If we're ready to approve it, we click on Approve. The FX rate is calculated automatically. We can select the liquidity pool or the bank through which we want to approve it. And if we click on Immediate Confirmation, it will be sent via API directly through the bank. If we are not connected via API, we can queue it later for processing. So let's approve this one. And we have a transaction ID of 921, which we can use for later reference. We can also see an FX payment here that we can approve. So the FX has been calculated with a spread of 2%. As it's an internal payment, it will be credited automatically immediately. So we approve that. Now let's look at the customer list. Here we can see the customers and we can view their beneficiaries. We can modify the details of the customer. We can suspend them for compliance and we can reset the authorization codes. In the accounts section, we can fund accounts, make transfers, apply fees, download statements, and other features as well. In the debit cards section, we can activate cards, create cards, and view the card program overall. In the history section, we can see the transactions for the set time period, and we can also do an advanced search by transaction ID, by customer, by account, and many other fields. In the configuration section, we can view the fees, and we can create tariff plans for different types of customer profiles. We can also set the fees to be one-off per transfer or recurring monthly. And we can configure limits for fees as well. In the currency section, we have the FX feed, which is brought in by Bloomberg and Reuters. And we can configure the amount of spread we want to charge for FX. And we can configure the volatility, which covers your risk in terms of FX. In products, we can create investment products. We can configure this to represent any type of investment that you need. In the user management, we can create users from read-only to super, which gives them different access levels. And we can view the logs for each user in order to see what transactions they've processed and which IP address they were using. In the compliance section, we can set compliance rules, such as this one, where incoming payments over 10,000 will be automatically put into the compliance queue, and the customer will have to provide documentation through their account. You can create as many compliance rules as you need. You can also configure the types of documents that are acceptable, the requirements for payments. You can create risk levels. You can create narratives and payment purposes as well. In the reporting section, we can view the profit and loss for any time period that we choose, and we can see exactly what fees were made from which customer, and we can see the total profit and loss for that period here. In the liquidity pool section is where all the banks are, and this shows the balances in each bank. And if we click on reconciliation, we get a full overview of all the data from the banks compared to all the data from the customer accounts. Right now it's pulling the data, so it does take a little while to load. Now we can see exactly what funds are held in which currency by each bank, and we can see the customer balances as well, and the bottom right figure is the net assets of the company. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to hear from you soon.